Morning. A little light above my head. Look at this. Makes my head shine. Anyways, hey, it's Saturday, January I think it's the 16th. I'm pretty sure it's the 16th. Anyways, just got a FedEx delivery. I was trying to figure out how to do it, but if I point the phone down, I can't see what I'm doing. So I think I'm gonna upgrade and try to show you a little better what's going on. Cold out here. It's like 25 degrees outside, so it's cold out here in the garage. I'm not gonna be out here very long. Anyways, just bring you up to date. Haven't done a video in quite a while, and I thought I'd kind of bring you all up to date what's going on. I been working on Pennywise. I really like the guy. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Okay, so we know in the story he's not really a person. It's a creature, spoiler alert and all that. But I decided to do this as if it were a guy dressed up. And if you look at the makeup real close, you can see he's got some human qualities to him. And kind of did the face. And you're going to say, oh, what a terrible paint job. No, really, I meant to do it this way. I could really have put the effort in and get it nice and shaped, but I didn't. I wanted to look like, if you remember Heath Ledger, the Joker, remember how his face wasn't perfect? If you remember the original Joker with Jack Nicholson, it was all painted perfect, and then Heath Ledger come around and it was just terrible. That's the look I was going for in this. Now, my problem is this was done in filament, and if you look at the filament, you can see the striations going across there, and I don't like that. There's not a thing I can do about it, so I'm kind of stuck. I ordered some new paint, came in yesterday, and the color's a little different because in the movie it was kind of shiny, and I didn't want to gloss it, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to use the shadowing like I did here to see if I can't clear it up. His balloon, the characteristics of the balloon is done. It's not shiny. It will be. I got a way to make this really, really shiny, but I tried to get the color right. So, and then I'll attach the wire, and he'll be holding his balloon. So that's Pennywise, kind of in a stall while I figure out how to get to deal with the striations and that on there. I did order another one. I'm having it resin printed. It's going to be considerably smaller, but the detail will be perfect, and I'll be able to really do a good job. This one, my high school posse did for me, and they did a great job. Don't get me wrong. It's as good as they can do, but it's not really where I want to be at it, but I'm having fun with it because I'm learning about shading and textures and that, so I'm really kind of happy with it. Just I need to deal with the colors. The last few days I did my very first Chibi. This is called a Chibi, and I dedicated this to my granddaughter because this one reminds me of her. A little ornery. She's got a look. Working on the eyes. They're not exactly where I want to be with them, but I need a better brush. The brush I got is just rough. So her hair came out perfect. I'm very happy with her hair. I got the colors and that just perfect. Really happy with her body. That base came out great. Supposed to look like wood. Everything is perfect about it. I'm very, very happy. It's probably one of my better ones. I got another one I did. This one I was working on flesh tones, and you can't make it out on here, but it actually came out really good. Sorry girls, ladies, she had the most flesh available. But she came out great. Very, very happy. Really, the flames I'm not particularly pleased with, but for my first attempt at glowing flames, I think it came out pretty good. I learned a lot. Not a lot of room to work with, so I really didn't get to expand, but everything came out great. Her face looks really, really good. Just couldn't be happier. It really came out good. Now, leading up. So I supported this Kickstarter last year, I think it was. Yeah, it was last year. And it's called The Skies of Sordane. And it had to do with the wooden ships that flew. If you're familiar with any of the fantasy, science fiction fantasy ones where the ships fly. That's what this is about. And then there was the crew of the ships, and there was different ones. The ones I supported was the Karen, Carren, the Karen Pirates. And this guy here was one of them. He's a turtle. And if you look at his back, there's the turtle shell. He's got some kind of fur on his back. And I'm not quite done with that. When I look at it, I like it. It's okay, but it's not quite done. He's got a leather belt. You can see his belt there. And then he's got his mace. So all in all, I think he came out pretty good. Kind of happy with him. I put that little ruby there, the red ruby, to kind of catch your eye. He's got a gauntlet, a metal gauntlet. And I made him out as royalty. That's why he's got a gold on there. I'm thinking he's probably a king turtle. So anyways, I tell you that to tell you this. Behind me over there is another box of the rest of the crew, and there's a ton of them. Here's what would have been my next guy that I was going to do. I got it right out. I had him printed up. Oop, blurry. I had him printed up. I don't know, or her printed up. I'm sorry, this is a lady. Have her printed up. You can't make it out because she's really soft, but the side of her head is shaved, and then her hair goes to one side. She's got a lance or a sword or something in her hand, and so I was going to do her next. I had her all set up and it's primed and ready to go, and then I got contacted by this guy I'm doing this Kickstarter with, and this is big. It's big to both of us. He's been printing on this since I think it's end of November. I think he started, and he's been printing on it all December. And it's a game, and the game, it's in its entirety. It's got the cards. It's got this pit, and it's called Pit Fighter. It's got a pit that you fight in, and then it's got like 52 characters that goes in it, the champions, as it were, that go in it, and then they individually fight each other in fantasy world. It's a role-playing game. So you put these two champions out, and then you roll dice, and what numbers, how much damage, and how much health, and this and that. Well, anyways, he's been printing these up, and the pit itself is taking forever. It's huge, massive, big, big, big. When it comes to printing, if you look at like this is probably 5 hours to print one of these. And if you look at this pit is feet. It's like a foot long and a half a foot wide, and it's tall, and it's got stones. So if you figure this takes 5 hours, you can imagine what that thing takes. And then it had all kinds of tokens and flags and bears, and it's got these two wheels that got spikes on it on the end that he had to print separately. So this has been a massive undertaking for him, and I'm really kind of excited about it. Well, anyways, he contacted me last Thursday, and he said, "Hey, I'm on the end. I'm at the end. Daylight's in sight." He's as excited to be done with this thing as he was when he was doing it, but he is nearly done. And then it occurred to me, well, he's giving me a good deal. Make no mistake, it's still pretty pricey, but he's giving me a good deal because he wanted to do it and see what it looked, and he's learning as he goes along at my expense, right? So he's getting a good deal. But you see this little guy here. This little guy, if you go on to some of these sites, this is probably about $2-3. But in a Kickstarter, and when you have somebody print it, this can be between $5 and $8. So there's 50 of them. 50 times 8 is $400. And he's a nice guy, and he's going to print out a few of them because you can't buy them anywhere else. So I went and I found the other ones close. It's not like the Kickstarter. Like I said, those would have been $8, and I'm not into the game that much. So I went online, and so that box arrived today. I ordered these all up. It's amazing. It comes from a company named Pippid, Pippid, or no, I'm sorry, Pipped. Is that Pipped? What is that? Pipped? Anyways, ordered these up like Wednesday, and here it's Saturday, and they're here. So really fast delivery. They didn't do UPS or USPS. They used FedEx. And it wasn't terribly expensive when you look at the big picture. And conversely, I've got one order that the guy finished for me. He finished it in December, and I checked the tracking on it, and it's still in Tennessee. They dated it, and it's sitting in Tennessee. And I can't blame him. This is the Postal Service right now is just a mess. So anyways, I went with Pipped, and I got the characters for it. This one here is, what is he? He's a dwarf cleric. And these will relate to the game that I'm getting printed. These will be the characters in it. And so I'm going to do an unboxing. So there's the dwarf cleric is one. This one here is an orc slayer. These are all by Reaper. Reaper makes them. These are not nearly as expensive. These are just a few dollars each, depending on size and detail. This one here is, I don't know, you say that name. You say it. Nakanaki? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who this guy is, but here's another one. This is a Bregan. I don't know. What's a Bregan? I don't know what a Bregan is. That's a Bregan. And then I got another one. This one's this is an elf, a dark elf. I don't know if that's supposed to mean anything, but he's a dark elf. Here's another one. This guy is, this is a bugbear. Check him out. This is a bugbear. No, I'm not. Let's see, it says there, right there. Bugbear. He's got a big old broad axe. All right, the next one up is a centaur, a male centaur. That's what it says. He's a male. He's got a spear. And I found that out. All centaurs have spears. And I guess it's because their arms can't reach that far, so they use a spear. It looks like I'm going to have to do some work on that spear. He's kind of droopy. Maybe I get him a blue pill or something. This is a thrice. I got to check. He's upside down. Okay, now he's right side up. This is an anvil thrice. Dead. I don't know what an anvil thrice dead is. I don't know what he does. He's got an axe. So, next one up. This is a dark dwarf. Dark dwarf. Is that a striker? Striker. You make him out. He's got a big hammer. Dwarves like hammers, I guess. And the last one, nope, next to the last one. Some assembly required, apparently. I can't say the name. You say the name. What is that? Oh, it's a dragon folk. He's got wings. I can't make it out. There's some more parts in there. There's some arms. He's got hands with daggers in it. Oh, you can do different things. He's got one that's got dagger in it. Another one's got gold or bombs, maybe. I don't know. And there's a sword. You do all kinds of different things with this guy. That one's going to be fun to do. I'll have to decide which one to go out. I might go out and order more so I can do one of different ones. One with the sword, one with whatever. And then, okay, this really is the last one. This guy here, he's an ogre chieftain. He's a chieftain of the ogres. Okay, so here's the thing is, in the game, you take one of each of these guys, and you put them in the pit, and then you roll your dice, and that's how you do battle. And so I've got these plus my printer dude is making, I think, 3 or 4 more. I think I'm standing right now. I got 15 of these guys to do. I'm aiming toward a 20-sided dice. They have 20-sided dice, so I need 20 characters so that when 2 people are playing, you roll the dice, and depending on what number you roll, you get what guy, I guess. I don't know. I've read the directions. It doesn't really say how to choose, but when I started looking at it, thinking about it, I said, I don't really want whoever I'm playing with always pick the same guy, and I always have to do battle with the same guy. I want variety in there. There's, you don't get to choose. It chooses for you. So I say all that to say this. So I got the game coming. The game's got this big pit, remember? And it's 3D printed. All the tokens, there's banners that fly next to it. There's these 2, I don't even know what they call them, but each player gets one and you put your dice in it and it shows what you're doing, but they're hidden so you can't see, but it shows one part so you know. So I got 2 of those to do, and everything's in duplicate because there's 2 players. So 2 of those, 2 of the tokens of each token, there's like 8 tokens, so there's 16 of those all together. And then I got the ends of the pit. One can have spikes in it because you shove the other guy and you ram them up into spikes, or the other end it has a barrel that has blades on it, so you shove him up against it and he gets chopped up. Or there's another one that has flames and you shove the guy and he gets burned to death, and all that I got coming into with the addition of the other, I think it's 4 people coming in. And then I got these, I think I ordered 12, I think, because I'm up to 15, 11 or 12, and I got to paint them all. This took me a week. This guy here took me a week. My Chibi, that was an all-dayer. I sat out here all day Sunday. Started in the morning, went till late in the evening, printing this Chibi up. This lady here, the girl, that was another 3 or 4 dayer, because you have to let the paint dry, and then you have to kind of grade it, and then you have to, that was a lot. And then I got 15, and I got this pit, and I got, so what I'm doing for the next, I'm figuring at least 2 or 3 months, is printing all these guys up, getting them ready, because my goal is when I go camping, my dearest friend's grandson is 20-something, comes with us, and he's into this whole Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to getting him out, and he and I playing these games. I got to back up. So this pit, it's got these 4 posts-ish on it, and in the corners or whatever, there are like flames. Well, the builders of it hollowed them out so you can put lights up inside it so that the flames flicker. So I got to do the wiring on that. I got to come up with how to put the bulbs in. I got to come up with some kind of switching, some type of battery holder. So when you play this, which is the other thing, we're going to go camping. When we play this, I want to be able to put it on and have the little lights shining. So big thoughts, tons of work, and I'm really kind of excited about it. This is a huge undertaking. And I'm really looking forward to it. And naturally, as I go along, I'm going to show you each of the characters as I do them, and doing them sessions. And I have no idea. My paint selection is in that I have probably got maybe 100 paints. Is very limited, actually, because I've been doing tanks and trucks and army trucks and that, and so my paint palette isn't very big. I've got maybe 4 bright colors and the rest of them are all dull. So that's my next thing, is I got to go find a kit, a package, something that has more of a variety of colors so I can do these up a little differently. So major work ahead, and I'm really looking forward to it. And coming up, I'll be posting the videos as I do this. Again, this is called the Pit Fighter Blood on the Sand. That's the name of it, and that's what I'll be titling these. If you're new to my group, or if you're just following along, you want to keep up with what's going on. That's what it'll be. This one-on-one, where here I'm going to change it. I got to come up with some kind of thing so I can point it down so you can see what the guys look like and get a better picture. So anyways, that's what's going on in this old biker's painting. And until the next time, we'll catch you later.